We're going to jump into it. Oh my goodness. I can't find my jacket. So we're just going to wear the cover. Okay. It's been a minute. And I know. I was supposed to be here on Wednesday. I did my last mediumship class on Wednesday, and I was just exhausted. And then on top of that, I had to do the report for my client meeting. So, took my medicine and it made me stay focused on that. So I got that done. And then the next day, my body was like, hey, girl, we need to catch up on sleep. So that's what happened. But we're here. It's Friday. I had another call today. And of course, it was a good call. So we talked quite a bit. And it was interesting. It was very, very interesting. Hello. Okay. I saw the little golden lights already. Oh, God. I know we have a lot to talk about. I just have no idea what we're talking about because, you guys, I have not kept up with the politics these last few days. Let me make sure that I put subscribers only, 20 minutes. Let's go. Okay. So I do owe, and I'm going to say owe, the yes/no reading for the subscribers. I will do that tomorrow/today. Actually, no, I'll do it Sunday. No, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm sorry, today, which is Saturday the 13th. We'll do it Saturday the 13th. What time shall we do it? I'm going to aim for 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern for the 1 hour yes/no question for subscribers. We'll do that. Because I'm not sure if we're doing movies tomorrow night for family night. All right, so we have a lot to get into. I've already done my breath for the day, so I'm actually going to skirt past that. But if you need to regulate, you'll put your hand over your heart, your hand over your diaphragm. This is something that I learned from my physical therapist. You will breathe in deeply for 3 to 6 seconds. You'll hold your breath for about 3 to 6 seconds, and then you release your breath and the tension in your shoulders for about 3 to 6 seconds. So in other words, your shoulders should drop. Okay. So, that is what you'll do. I've already done it for tonight because, like I said, I did have a reading already with a client. All right, I want to get into this. So let's see where we are led. Now, y'all, Jen, hey girl, listen. Like I said, I've been pretty much out of politics for the last couple of days as sleep claimed me. And so I haven't been too up on things. And I did hear, though, about the New York Times article. What? Like, did we call that or what? And what's really crazy is I think like the night before the article, we even called it. If I'm not mistaken, we even talked about y'all pay attention. The news is going to start releasing more information and it's going to be hot. Y'all, and we're not even done. Like, I swear we called it. I swear we called it. I'm trying to see real quick. What was our video? Like the night before, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. If y'all want to see any of our previous videos, you would go to the live tab and oh yeah, under journalists fight back. Sure did. Sure did. We did read that on June 10th. Mm-hmm. I was like, look at us. Look at us. Okay. Ooh, this is interesting. Why I have a double six here? And the five of swords in reverse. Wait, and the world card. Talk to me. Okay. So, y'all. I don't think it's everyone, Jen, because I'm coming on late again tonight. So yeah, girl. We call that. We call that. Okay, perfect. So, the other thing that we called was the thing with Shady. Bruh. So the New York Times article references things that I'm listening to what people are talking about. I'm like, how do we know that? How do we know that? How do we know what took place in the Situation Room? How do we know this? How do we know this? So I'm saying this whole time, and I'm sitting here like, okay, who leaked this? Who leaked this? And we said there will be more leaks. What? So I was like, who leaked this? Who leaked this? And I'm like, was it Shady? Was it Susie? And it was just funny. Oh, hey girl. Hi, Carly. So I'm over here like, who the heck leaked this? Because we had Shady as a leaker, and we also had Susie as a leaker before this news article got out. So I told y'all something's up. Okay, so why was there a leak? That in itself is the question. Some people are conjecturing from what I saw. Some people are conjecturing that people leaked it against Shady. I don't think so. Because according to our readings, Shady's the leaker. And if you listen to what was leaked, it's like, I said, let's get out in front of all of this. Let's just put it all on the table. You know? Listen, girl, have we been spot on or what? So Shady's like, according to the article, let's just put it all out there. Let's just get in front of it. And I'm sitting here like, first of all, that in itself is shady, right? Because you know damn well what's in this article. However, I mean, what's in those files. However, because this was during and after he met with Murdoch. And y'all know he met with Murdoch twice, once in June, once in July, both times in Butte, Montana. Okay. So, and the first time he met, it was with, oh, sorry, y'all. First time he met, it was with Peter and Murdoch. Okay. In Butte, Montana. All right. And then he comes back, apparently, because I think they said this was around August or September. Like, let's just get ahead of this. Let's just get ahead of this. And I'm like, we called it. We called it. We called it. So on one hand, it's because if you're paying attention to the energies, you know the energy is shifting. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm about to get into a place where I'm going to lose some of y'all, right? Because here's the thing. That energy was August and early September. No, that energy was August. By early September, that energy was gone. Why? Because he was not, he was incapacitated, okay? Yeah, girl, we're gonna see who's the mole exactly. But like, Janet, I think you were on the night before this thing leaked, or this New York Times article got out there. But we've been reading that Shady was leaking. We've been reading like his department, maybe not directly through him, but through his aides, have been leaking. And if you remember, oh gosh, I miss that Andromeda is not with us over on YT. But in the early days of us meeting together, let's say around November, December, maybe, we kept getting pages. And pages are people who are in Congress and they run things for different members of Congress. So we kept getting pages. And matter of fact, we still got pages. I think in the last reading, I think we got the page of cups, the page of coins, the page of wands. We got the page of wands like 2-3 times. Oh, who resigned? Girl, wait, you lying to me. Hold on. Shady Resign. I'm gonna just put in resign. Okay, who resigned? Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's what COS means. Okay. The chief of staff. Okay. So he left 2 days ago. This is so delicious because on June 10th, we literally said, y'all watch out. The news is about to start dropping some serious shiznit. Oh my God. Ah, yes. It hit the news waves. See, y'all have to follow the highlighters. Okay. The highlighted links, because those links, I think I did see something, and then like I had closed my windows, so I didn't get a chance to read this. But I did read that somebody resigned. Is that the only one who resigned? They're trying to say he resigned over the excursion. And didn't they like do more of the POWs on? Okay, strikes. Um, let's see. Supposedly, I think okay. So then they say on the 8th, supposedly there was a helicopter that went down. Um, and then there were more strikes 2 days ago. 2 days ago is when this New York Times thing broke as well. And then 1 hour ago, according to Sky News, but I don't trust Sky News because Sky News is also compromised. They say U.S. Central Command says forces have begun attacking. They're calling them self-defense. Y'all. And then I just read something about got a gang member. I was like, when are these excuses going to run tired? Okay. So supposedly we're back to Tren de Aragua. How are we back to Tren de Aragua? I'm so confused. I thought we handled that. I thought we handled that, right? Didn't we get Mad Duro? Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, and then it's another AI video, unclassified AI video. When will we stop believing this stuff? Nino Guerrero. So his name just happens to be like almost like war. Got it. Okay. So it's another fisherman thing. And then we keep doing that. Let's see. Is Congress going to do anything? So we'll start there. I think that's where we'll start for today. Is Congress going to do anything? Because so far you're like, stop, stop. And then they went, okay, boom, boom. So that means you have to fight him now. This junk look like he comes off of Minecraft. It's a green little house with some little dirt around it. I'm like, did my daughter build this on Minecraft? Okay. Who hates Shady and cakes? Hold on. Thank you, Lissa. Vet groups. Okay, girl. And that's the other thing. There, I don't know if these are bots or if these are people who are not allowed into the shadows of vet groups. But there's a lot of people like vets are not upset with him. Vets are like wanting to go too. Oh, hold on. That King of Swords is right there too. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know why this reading came out because I don't even think I had a question at the time. But this is very interesting because y'all. Oh my God. Okay. Tell me this isn't gonna be what tell me this isn't what I think. All right. I need to hold on. That just caused a feeling. is this we're going to pull out. Okay. Before I receive the answer, let me show you. All right. So we got Suze. Hey, girl. Okay. Well, girl, we're just getting started because I've only been on for 15 minutes. All right. So these cards fell out while we were getting ready to talk about it. We were talking about actually the news stuff with the leakage, and then like the CEO and whatever. I mean the COS, the chief of staff guy. But anyway, these two cards fell out. These are two sixes. But if you notice, this is the Six of Swords in reverse. That means, honey, you are stuck. Period. You're not going to make any progress. You're not going to move forward. And if you notice, honey, we're talking boats here. So we're talking a straight here. So we are at a stalemate. Okay. Now, the second card here is our card that represents Petey Poo, Keg's Breath. So we're dealing with a Six of Wands in reverse here. So, honey, there's no victory here. So together, we're talking it's up and it's stuck and you finna get played. Not only that, the energy, oh, yes, okay. So the energies here, I'm getting goosebumps, is right here. We got a Five of Swords in reverse. This is acceptance of loss, avoiding conflict, being humbled. It says be humble, but I read being humbled. So he's about to get his ass handed to him, period. Because what I do see is somebody saying enough. This is the King of Swords. Are we talking the international court? The UN? NATO? Somebody saying stop? Possibly. Because what we had on the other energy is the World card. That's it. Basta. No más. Okay? So between this, you got to accept this, honey. Take this one on the chin. You a sore loser. And the law has stepped in. So this feels bigger than Congress because what Congress won't do, the rest of them will do. And I think it's going to be stand down. This feels like, we're done. Enough. All right. So right over here, right underneath the World card is our Page of Cups card. This is normally our Narco Coolio card. Because Narco Coolio, honey, is the one pulling the strings. I know y'all keep thinking it's the Orange Disaster, but it's Narco Coolio. He's the one pulling the strings. I just need y'all to know that. Hey, Karma Girl. He's the one with his pill popping self. That's pulling the strings. Not just that, y'all. I see rebellion on the ground. The uniformed people are about to say, hell no. So whatever this next order is, that homeboy finna bark out, it's finna be a hell no. Sophia from The Color Purple style. Like, I freaking dare you because it's you versus us and we're saying no. So, and it doesn't matter what kind of threats because I hear threats now. But honey, your threats ain't gonna stop this because the uniforms have been pissed off for a long time. So this Seven of Swords means the chicken are coming home to roost. And honey, it is going to weaken what they think they're doing. Listen, the bumps on these gooses, it's about to weaken all the quote unquote leaders. Okay. Listen, I'm feeling rebellion. And so far, I feel very confident saying that because everything we have been calling has been happening. Everything. Because I see the new, I see new lovers, I see a toppling of the King of Cups. This is this irrational person. Mm. Oh, child, there is panic on the hill. There is panic on the hill. Because the King of Cups has represented for us a little bit, but we never actually read on him. I'm going to put him down. He got to be read on tonight. I keep putting him off. We're going to read on him tonight. Russell, Vought. We're going to read on him tonight because, ooh. Let me see. I need to know who else who is in the heritage, is also in the government. I need to know that because I think he's taking this as hold on. Could this be the other leaders going dark? Isn't Carney a water? Isn't Carney a water? Oh yeah, girls. Listen, my pills have gone bye-bye. Because I last took my medicine at 8 o'clock. Okay, so wait. I think Carney is water. I think he's water. Oh, I think he's water. Oh, 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 oh. I think so. I think we might be getting a dark Batman type of deal going on here too. Because we have this ace going to the king. It is renewal time. It is flip the script time. It is clarity, emotional clarity. I think this is them saying enough. Mm. But that's the thing, y'all. It will be playing right into the hands of what these holes want because they want us to be attacked. They want us to be attacked. Okay, Kevin D and James J. Isn't VOUGHT also one of them? He was labeled the Grim Reaper a while ago on one of their websites. Okay, Kev. If y'all ever look up any speeches by Kev Robs, whew, you would never say, I'm not voting. You will never say that because every speech that you see, he says, we got to make them not vote. Every speech he says is like, women should not be voting because they won't choose us. Or he'll say, the less we get them to vote, the more we get our stuff put off. You would never say, I'm not voting. Because if you've heard these guys talk, you would understand that they are scared of us using our voice. Scared. Which is why they go so hard against Black people. Yeah, but the going dark is in a good way. By, putting their foot down. Because honestly, they're at the point of no more coddling this man. Especially because they know he's not actually in existence. I think we have verified intelligence of that at this point. And, I think we had a read on that, but I think so. Okay. Because the choice is keep bending over and being beholden to all this foreign interference and these tech billionaires, or stand up and use our power. So, wait, hold on. What comes after the magician? The manipulation, the digital, space lasering manipulation. And the proof of it is about to come in the mail. Wow, you guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're not going to be able to hash it. They're not going to be able to hash it. This, oh my God, yes, no. Because there's the emperor, there's that chariot, and then there's a 6 showing the flip, and then there's the devil being released from the devil. Hold the freaking phone. You guys, I just read somewhere where this person has, insider. And they said that they talked to the insider after the NYT article came out a couple of days ago. And they said the insider said, oh, you think that's big? Wait till you see what else is coming. I shit you not. I think the evidence is coming. This was just the appetizer. Oh, girls, we said this week was going to be fantabulous. Coming up, week 3, we said is a split. We have so many choices of which way we're going to go. We said week 3 was a split. Will the leader stand up? Then, thereby enforcing the Congress to stand up. But I think at this moment, we have crossed the line and the international court is about to stand up and make them wanted. I think so. Okay. I think so. Okay. I got to clear this up. We have to read on this one a little clearer because I think that's what's coming. Because what I'm showing here is under the lovers, they know who we're with. Under the lovers, and then we have the hermit card. There's a lot of introspection coming here. I'm thinking the international is going to stand up together because they have thought about it. And I think they're about to betray an ally. Who do you think? Which is fine because this is a betrayal that is necessary. Oh, excuse me. Because this is overwhelm. This is way too much overwhelm. And they have been kind and generous to sit on this secret, but it feels like no more. We're not going to be doing this anymore because here comes the temperance, out of moderation, out of balance, too much tip into the evil world, and to the broligarchs. Hold on, hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone, because we've steady had people chipping away at what they were doing, their work. Listen, we have 3 completion cards so far. We have the World completion card, we have the 10 of Swords completion card, and now guess what? We have the 10 of Wands completion card in reverse. So what is about to hit? It's going to feel like they're the one in the UFC fight. That's what this is finna feel like. That they're the ones in the UFC fight. Because this information, it feels like 1-2 punch. Pay attention to who they said was in that situation room because it's telling you who they're coming after. We got to look it up. Who was in the situation room? That's who they're coming after. That's who they're coming after. Oh my God, that's who they're coming after. I got it. Thank you. That's, oh my gosh. Ooh, the energy that just flowed through that. Hold on. That's who's coming after. Situation room. Meeting. Are they going to let it leak that Scotty B met with a Russian diplomat in the Situation Room in March? Okay. Who was in that room? I can't go to NYT. Well, I can go to Rosie's page and try to see. Oh, who was in that room? Now notice, Axial didn't repeat on it. Listen, I'm typing in Situation Room meeting. Axios does not report on it. The Nation did, NYT did, and the Daily Beast did, but Axios did not. Axios, what is that? Just Fox on paper? Okay, Oregon Live. Here we go. So, who do we have in this room? Who was in the room where it happened? The room where it happened. The room where it happened. Let me see. I need a paper. I can't write in my mediumship book. I need a paper. Okay, index card it is. Who was in the room where it happened? The room where it happened. The room where it happened. Wait, there was a 250 commercial? Hold on. We're going to have to come back to that. Girl, it really is about freaking time. Kashiki? Who's Kashiki? Am I missing somebody? I don't know. Oh, Cash Money. Mm-hmm. Hold on, I gotta write it out though. Carly, we've been waiting on this girl. Listen, we've been waiting on this girl. Okay, who's Stanley? Who is Stanley? I gotta look him up. Is that somebody who snuck under my like radar? Who is Stanley? Okay, so we have Shady, then we have Susie, and then we have Blanche, that potato man. Then we have Cash Money. We're gonna be in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. It's so funny. They drag Bongino back in. It's the giorno. And it's crazy because didn't Cash Money and Bonji say no? Okay, so Wild said that Vance was a conspiracy theorist on the Epps track. And Patty and Bonji did not like Blondie, and they call her Blondie. Hold on. What's scary is even without his presence, we have to take into account. Isn't that crazy? But here's the thing though. His boy, whose name Ben too, he crazier. Like he's so much crazier. James. James. We never read on Mr. Blair, but we need to because James, I think, is behind all these flags. All these pal McDonald's. Because James doesn't know what to do. And if you remember, in April, he was released to handle Elishan's stuff. Because, I was like, why are they talking about these areola stuff when we knew this already? Because it came out already. And then I realized, oh, they're talking about the meeting around it. Okay. But they let this out, though, because this information about the areolas, if I'm not mistaken, was on that same paper. Oh, that's why they did that shit. Girl, I was wondering why they put Clinton. Listen, I know there's people on here who hate Clinton. You can hate Clinton all you want to. He is not that great of a person. But let me tell you something. On that paperwork, there's one little piece of paper. It had, I think it mentions, I'm like, why are they mentioning these people? What's the boy? Oh my God. We never looked at him. I think his name is like Larry too. Because they threw him under the bus real quick on that little one paper. God, I wish I had that paper. I probably do, but I don't have time to look for it in my phone. There's a file that came out. I think it mentioned Gates. I think it mentioned Clinton. And I think it mentioned, God, who's this other guy? It feels like a LC. L, front, LC? L, God, they threw him under the bus. I can't think of the name of the guy. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Who's the name of the guy? Is his name also Larry? Let me see. Larry Epps. What's the name of this guy? Larry Epps. Not Larry Summers. Oh wait, it might have been Larry Summers that they threw under. Yes, it was. It was because he was already thrown under. I think so. I think the paper said Larry Summers, Billy Gates. Hold on. I think I just saw the paper. Hold on. Let me see. Larry Gates, Clinton. and then they allowed T-Rump name to be on there. So basically, what I noticed about this paper, because it was like, okay, this was released in, I think this is the December or New Year's Eve release. Here we go. That's a photo. I need the paper. I need the paper. Is this it? Read. Show me this paper. I want to be in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. Hold on. Okay, computer, listen. Please don't have a fit right now. Please don't have a fit right now. Because I'm like, they're throwing names that were already out there. And you have to always ask, like, why do I know this? Why am I privy to this information? No, it was on the paper about the girl with the baby. That's the paper it was on. The girl and the 13-year-old baby. So basically, what I'm saying is they couched the T-Rump stuff. Like they put the other people's names on top of it and then put what T-Rump did and then went and talked about the baby. Hold on. Baby 13 year old Lake Michigan. Let me put boat. All right. Maybe that'll help. Do y'all know what paper I'm talking about? It was released and I can't go into my photos right now. Somebody got to know what I'm talking about. It was a paper. Okay. It was in the December paper. It was in the December drop. I want to be in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. Okay, show me that Instagram. Did the Instagram post a picture? No. Somebody has to have the picture of the file. Okay, maybe the ISNA does. Because that paper is, okay, so this was in the January. No, this was, I don't know which batch. It was either in December. Okay. They started asking what happened in Lake Michigan on December 27th. So it was in that paper. Y'all know what paper I'm talking about? It's around the time of Riley. Yes. It's December. Okay. Oh, they removed this page from the DOJ website. Okay. So on this paper, they couched his name with, yes, it says the latest release also included something to Gates. But Larry Summers was mentioned on this paper. So I read Summers, Clinton, and then, like I said, I think Gates was also on there. And then it was T-Rump. And so this is the one where they said the 13-year-old child, her baby, she gave birth on this boat and her baby was tossed. But on that same paper was also the nipple talk, and nobody talked about it. But it was on there. It was literally at the top of that paper because I remember reading the paper going, what is this? Like, why is all this stuff on here? And did they know they released this one? But it's the page they removed from the website. So maybe that's why people are acting like they just now saw it. But that document made the rounds because everybody was talking about the baby. So the nipple thing was on that same paper at the top. Yes. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's real suspect when they include other names because they want you to focus on those other names, especially because everybody wants to prosecute Clinton. And it's like, okay, you're going after Clinton with a lot more fervor than you are with the guy who's in the list like 100 million thousand times. Okay. And then on top of that, the fact that all this disjointed information was on one document already told me that document was manipulated. Because I'm like, why is this? That's the thing. When I'm reading it, I'm like, this is way too disjointed. This is not a story. This is not, there's no flow to it. It was like literally Larry and T Rump and Clinton and blah blah blah. And then right in the middle was something about the nipples. And then right at the bottom was the baby being tossed. And I'm going, this is three different things on one paper, And I'm always suspect when they're just throwing names out there because aren't they redacting all the friends' names? So you don't have a problem throwing Larry Summers. You don't have a problem throwing Clinton. You don't have a problem throwing Gates. And I'm like, y'all let this out when it has T Rump's name all over here? And the stuff it just said about him not killing, watching a baby get tossed. Something strange here. Because this obviously points him on the boat. So I already knew that document was manipulated. However, I think I think it was manipulated for the other people, and they didn't pay attention to what they put it on. Exactly, predetermined fall guys. Exactly. I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying, that's strange, you know. But yeah, they pulled that file off. I know I have it probably somewhere in my phone. If I do, I'll find it. I'll take some stuff edited and then post it. But or I'll try to do another long look for it. This is all to say, I'm going, what? Why are we just now talking about this when we knew this in December? And then I found out it's because this was discussed in the Situation Room. Okay, then why did y'all let this one out? Like, why did y'all let this hit the internet? Because nothing on the internet goes bye-bye. Went on after HC today and said HC was in the room with Rumpus chatting about his run. Hell no. Hell no. Mm-mm. Hell no. She ain't like his ass. Like, when I tell you she didn't like him, that lady has such disdain for the stain on humanity that he is. She ain't like him. She didn't like him. Why? Because she knew who he was. She didn't like him. Ain't no way she would have let that man run. Remember, they were doing research into him in 2016. So there was no way. And remember, she was Secretary of State before that. So she was Secretary of State when Epi Man went to jail in 2009. So yeah, ain't no way in hell. Okay, but I'm just saying, I was like, why are we just not talking about this? And it's funny because people are focusing on the Ariella stuff, and I'm like, we already knew this part. The part that's getting to me is who was in that room, and I've only seen like one person like mention everybody in the room. So I gotta back up now and see what y'all saying because I'm still not seeing people like outlining everybody. Okay, so who did y'all say? I know I heard Chung was there. Hold on, we gotta back it up, 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 back it up. Okay, so who is Stanley? That's that's where I got stuck. I was like, who is Stanley? Gotta be in the room where it happened. Oh, who is he though? He assists the attorney general and deputy. Okay, so he moved into the blanched tomato spot. Okay. He moved into the blanched tomato spot when but hello. What did he do before that though? See, this pisses me off to see people born in 1983 or 1980 anything and they're assholes. It's like, come on, man. Are you serious? Like, how are you this young? Oh, he went to the Catholic University of America in Ohio. Okay, so you didn't know white people. I mean, know anybody but white people. Like, Stanley, come on, man. You got indoctrinated early. Woodward. Okay, so why did they move you up? That means you're compromisable. He was previously with Brand Woodward Law. Okay, so who's that? Is that yours or is that Daddy's? I mean, dude, you're only 43 years old and you're an ass. I don't know. You got the gray hair right here. You know what they say. If a man got facial hair and he got that gray hair right there, he's a eater. I'm just saying. Ah, let's see. That's funny. He updated his LinkedIn. His LinkedIn says Associate Attorney General. That's funny. I bet that boy updated it that same day. He was confirmed 51 to 47. When did that happen? 51 to 47. Is that just party lines? Oh, he's a co-founder of Brand Woodward. Okay. But why do they like you? Why do they like you? Okay. So New York Times, a personal aide to, he was a victim of vindictive persecution in the classified documents case. Boy, shut up. Oh, he claimed that. Did he? Okay, anyway. So he was at J6 or he was somewhere? He did something because I'm seeing something as early as October 25. Last month we wrote to, okay, so Congress, the House of Representatives wrote to Associate Attorney General. Okay, about the investigation that was killed regarding Homan and that 50K bribe. You led the effort to fully research and vet all candidates to join the incoming administration during the. Oh, he was in charge of putting together the crime syndicate. Okay. That was his job. So the fact that he knows all these dirty people means homeboy is rolling in the mud. There's a fire. Okay. Hold on. Who else did you say? I didn't know about Stanley. So thanks for the little all right, so we got blanched tomatoes, we have blondie, we have cashew app. David Warrington, who is that? These people have escaped my knowledge. What is David Warrington? House counsel. How is that different than all the? He's another funky. Have y'all seen these people? At least he comes from the 60s. But have y'all seen these people? They look like Ted Cruz's cousins. God, they ugly. Oh, he's a Federalist Society person. Okay. Makes sense. Because they roll in mud too. Okay. So he has served as counsel since 2025. All right. What else is dirty about you, though? You've got to be dirty, honey, because they don't put anybody clean next to them. All right. So he was a Marine in 1985, serving for 6 years. 1985. Baby, you weren't even. Oh, you were exactly 18 years old. Okay. When I say they look like ick, oh my God, they look like ick. Have y'all seen this man? Like, have y'all seen this man? Oh, I forgot. Oh, that's too many people in that room. How many people does that room hold? You got more names. Oh my God. Caroline. Okay. Who is Taylor? Taylor Budowich. Okay. Now I gotta see who you are. And then Stephen. Was the other Stephen there? Do y'all know if the other Stephen was there? Mm-mm-mm. Like, when I say that boy is ugly, Ugly. The whole chat, like the have y'all ever seen the cheerleaders go Ugly? You so ugly, you ain't got no alibi. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna show you this man. This man is ugly. Look at this. You need a nightmare because I'm gonna have one too tonight. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? I just hear snorting. And look, ew, 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 ew. And, okay, wait, let me show you the other guy. Stanley. Stanley. They look like cousins. Look, he's a eater. Chee chee chee. Yeah. Anyway, they got nerve to be like, liberal men are so ugly. I don't think so, honey. Even our gay ones are hot. You know? Like the guy who does the Diablo thing. I'm like, babe, you are a dream. Okay. I don't know what David has done. And it's so funny with these biblical names when really you're just devils. All right. All right. So, David, there's something dirty about you. And then let me look at Taylor real quick. If Taylor looks like them, I'm going to laugh. Oh, Taylor. Oh, Taylor. He looks like Charlie's brother. Okay. Are you another 83er? Nope. He's an 89er, even younger. He is a deputy chief of. Wait. Is that after? Is that after Blair stepped down? Is an American political consultant who served past tense. Oh, you left in 2025 September. Where did you go? When did you leave? Hold the freaking phone. Nobody reported about you leaving. Taylor, where did you go? 125 to 925. Oh, 925. He quit after the meetings. He is now currently, he got him a little job to the side. He's the president of the Sovereign Advisors, a discreet DC-based public affairs and crisis communication firm. Hmm. 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 My guess is he's in charge of bots and bad information getting out. But they kept him a job. Okay. May 2026. Oh, wait. He has a new job. May 2026. Former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Taylor Budowich, a longtime advisor to the loser, will serve as strategic advisor for the group Americans for Fair Markets. That sounds weird. According to a statement first shared with Politico, launching Friday. So this is a brand new business. Okay, so Americans for Fair Markets is intended to counter the prediction market industry's critics. Ah, okay. From the casino lobby and state officials to conservative groups who have launched an aggressive public relations campaign against the industry. That's interesting. So even the casino lobby is against the digital gambling? No. So you're trying to destroy Las Vegas. Isn't Las Vegas blue? Okay, hold on. So then this group will focus on laying out the industry's priorities in Washington. What would be the priorities? And rebutting the spread of false narratives about prediction markets, in part through earned and paid campaigns. What is earned? Is that influencer? We're not going to be outspent or outorganized by entrenched interests protecting their monopolies. You will be crashed. Head of Government Relations at Kalshi and a board member of Americans for Fair Markets. There's nothing fair about gambling addictions. Okay, that's interesting. I see a crash in your future, sirs. Americans for Fair Markets. Okay, so obviously that means the smoke is headed in canceling these things because poly is already on the market, on the chopping block. Okay, hold on. So, all right. It didn't say if Nils was there? Okay. Yeah, you never heard of this Stanley dude either. Girl, they just climbing into somebody's septic tank and pulling these guys out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the gays are so hot. Okay, the files had all the casinos info. Wait, which casino? Which casino are you talking about? All right. Okay, so we have our list of compromisables. Ooh, all right. So May 22nd is when Americans for Fair Markets launched. I think they're going to be very upset to find out that their boy's name got listed. Because he's about to drag them down. Because look, I never would have even known about Americans for Fair Markets if we didn't need to go looking for him. All right, so I feel a crash coming on. The top 10 or 20 biggest moneymakers. I feel a crash coming on, especially in these digital markets. They're going to be banned. I want to look at that. Online betting. Okay. And then you said Chung. We've already looked at Chung evil ass. That man is evil. And he think those people will not do him the way he is going to be done. All right. I wonder who's next to go. Because Blair no longer works there right now. He is working the elections. Blondie no longer works there or wherever she's working. Bonginono is not working there either. So he's gone. That's 3, y'all. We had 3. Caroline, apparently now she wants to be a mom. Her other baby, she was back at work in like, what, 8 days? She been gone for a good whole month now. And honestly, I think more because I think they AI'd her for a while. The paper is both most other markets. Um, God, we have such a dastardly name here, and this is not all of them. Jeez, but these are the people who are in the room. First of all, if we have a files problem, why are all these people in the room? Like, why are all these people in the room? Okay, so Woodward was communications until when? No, Budowich was communications until September, until this meeting. And he got the hell up out of there. and went somewhere else. Girl, yes. They're fleeing or being flushed. It's one or the other. Susie with her, I'm not coming back. And then somebody asked her about it and she's like, I didn't say that. Okay, Sus, it already got out. Okay. Hold on. What did we say about Stanley? Wait, oh no, Stanley is he moved into Toddy B's spot. Okay. So he moved up into Todd B's spot and Todd moved up into Blondie's spot. All right, so I'm gonna put an X. Blondie gone, Dan gone, James kind of gone, Caroline's gone. Oh, who's next? Taylor's technically gone. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, okay, yeah. Stanley is the associate general because he changed his LinkedIn right away. What is Warrington again? Warrington council. Okay, so he's council. Okay, I guess he's he's trying to get a supreme seat. Okay, so 5 of these people are gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people are here. Pete wasn't part of this. Pete, are you sure Pete wasn't in here? Who was in the room when it happened? I don't know if I heard that name or not. We put without. Wait, why is there a search without David? Okay, CNN. I don't trust you. The Guardian. Is the Guardian trustable? Okay, it's a team of child. Uh-oh. Democrats to call on Shady. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Oh, look, the Guardian says, reader funded, not trillionaire backed. Wait, did the IP thingy go today? What is it? Oh my God. The thing where the man steals people's hard-earned money, did that go through today? This boy is trying so hard to get the word trillionaire to his name, but he can't actually rub 2 nickels together. Oh, wow. Yeah, so they're going to try to get Shady in front of them. Mm-mm-mm. That's interesting. Oh, sorry. How did then I saw the twin babies? When the wind goes up, what is it? Goes up, what is it? Goes up to the mid-80s. Okay, I don't see. Yeah, so PD wasn't there. I mean, he shouldn't be there, but he wasn't there. Did they say what dates these things took place on? Okay, when did we get the no client list? Was that May of 2025? I'm still local enough to choke you to death with a Charleston treat. Chicka, 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 slam shady. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to be complete here. Okay, the subsequent. Yeah, I don't see him at all. How'd you get these other names? Because they're not reporting on the other names. They're just saying that it was Vance Wiles, Blondie, Blanche, Padel, Chung, and Leavitt, and Budowich. They don't have here Bonji, even though he said something, according to this thing. Bonji or Woodward or Warrington. So some mention them and some don't. Interesting. Okay, let's get back to it. Yes. Yeah, this is, I mean, at least they know who their soulmates will be. Alrighty, so, what was I about to ask about this? I was like, I need to know the situation room. Okay, what am I about to ask about this? Okay, so like I said, we were very clear and very right on this news coming out. And then like I also said, I saw someone who was apparently, no, I'm not taking this because these are still the same cards. I mean, I guess I could have because they were in different positions, but what are we doing? That they said that if you thought this was big, just wait. Just wait because what's coming is even bigger. And I'm like, yes, bring it. I told y'all, Murdoch ain't playing. But, okay, so I guess, okay. Nightmares beginning. And they're going to be disbanding. Ooh, wee, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A fight, a fight. All right, I'm ready. I am so ready. Okay. All right, let's see. Who was the leaker? Now we know normally when we're doing these readings, Queen of Swords is our Susie, and oh, interesting. And Page of Wands is often our Shady. At one point, he did go up, I think, to a Knight of Wands, but he fell back down. And we've also had him as, it was either a 2 or a 3 of Wands, like waiting for his chance. You know, like, come on. But he hasn't been a 3 of Wands in a while. So it's usually like a Page of Wands. Now, this is interesting. What did hit the table is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Y'all know the Ace of Pentacles tends to be my evidence card. Let's see how this fares out, though. So okay. We got the Death card, y'all, in reverse. What are we talking about? Didn't I say Shady sometimes is our Knight of Wands? Sometimes. Ooh, Justice in reverse. What's up with all these reverses, babes? And the Tower. Oh my God. I think, first of all, there are 3 major arcanas in a spread of 5. Oh, this is big deal. And then it starts off with the ace. Ace is a yes right off the rip. Anyway, oh my gosh. Someone's salty. Da 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 da. Wait, let's see what the energy is underneath. Oh, we had to get a chime for that one. Look. What I said. Hold on. I said Susie is usually the Queen of Swords. Y'all, they working together. They working together. They're working together. Or rather, no, they're working together. I was going to say, no, maybe she's just throwing him under the bus. No. She's working together. They're working together. And we said that before. They're working together. And there is more information getting ready to come out. This is the Page of Pentacles, honey. There is more coming. More coming. Under this queen, hold on, she got a major waiting too. Ooh, guess what she's bringing? What I told you. What I told you. Ooh, and guess what's happening here? That's the 2. We got 2 paths, y'all. We do have 2 paths because I see double 2s. So we got the we got the 2 of wands. And y'all know when we had that lesson that we learned about the spiritual, what is it? Spiritual absolutes, meaning every negative is actually a positive. The spiritual absolutes, whatever happens negatively, the spirit uses for positivity. Okay. So also we have this one. We have the Two of Pentacles. So Homegirl has been trying to decide which way and where would her loyalties lie. I don't see a page of cups, so I'm not seeing her tied to Narco Coolio at all. What I do see, however, is her being released from her nightmare. She wants this shit to end already. Like, for real, for real. She wants it to end. And not because she got cancer and they trying to push her out. No, 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 no. She wants it to end because it needs to. Okay? And there's something else she's holding on to. Remember I told y'all, I strongly suspected that she was the one keeping the location of a certain edict, a certain EO, a certain 46 signature. Yeah, girl, I sure did. And she's working with Shady Pants. Now, here's the thing. See, she can't be caught working with Shady. Because I'm trying to think of like what information had leaked. And it was him saying, throw him all the way under there. And she's like, no, this would be a PR disaster. Don't do that. You know? Uh-huh. But we said that she had the information. Girl, Jen. What'd you just say, honey, about Condi? Condi, who had a conversation with her, and we know Condi didn't have a conversation with him because he was not around. Not really. So she's been sitting tight on a little bit of information. She knows where a certain document is involved. If y'all remember, we read a long time ago about her and JB having a conversation. And he needed to know who he could trust. She took too long, though. I will tell you that. She took way too long. Now, listen. I'm going to say it the way I just heard it, but I literally just heard those bitches ain't no friend of mine. Listen, she is not with them. I don't know them. Like, no, I'm not going down with them um, because I'm the sweet old grandma lady. I'm out of here. I haven't broken any laws. I'm good. Except, honey, if you know that that man don't exist for real, if you know that they're using AI, if you know that they are doing body doubles, if you know that man is really not even alive, you have broken the law. You really have. I hope somebody lets her know that. I guess she thinks nobody will ever find that out because the plan is still on to eventually have him die. All right. So this is what's interesting. I don't think she's understanding that she's still going to be caught. This is Six of Swords. She's still going to be caught. She's not going to elude this unless her cancer is a lot worse than we know and she plans to be gone. That can possibly be true. She might be refusing. Yeah, it makes sense. I was going to say, I think she's refusing treatment. I think she is refusing treatment. I really think she is refusing treatment. Yeah, because she's a stubborn little lady. So I think she's refusing treatment. I got the Ace of Swords. And then I got the acceptance and moving on, the death card in reverse. And then I have letting go, not fighting it. Oh, girl. I'm getting chills behind that. She's not going to be fighting the cancer. I think it's way more embedded in her body than she can actually cut out. Because I'm seeing temperance. There's no balance here. Oh, and then the Ten of Swords. Yep, and then her walking alone. And then the Lovers, this feels more like before I die, because there's a devil in reverse, so being released from him, and then a newness. So I think she expects to be gone very soon, because I don't think she's fighting that. So I think it's in her bones. I'm feeling in her bones. I'm feeling in her bones. Because it feels like it's beyond tissue. It feels bones. So maybe it's not breast. Maybe it really is bone. But wouldn't she die pretty fast? Like, wouldn't she be rapidly sick? I don't know. Okay, that's a question. I don't feel like she's fighting it, though. Susie's hope. I don't think she's fighting it. It doesn't feel like she's fighting it. Okay, but what I am going to tell you is she's working with your boy. Because your boy is in the middle. You heard bones too, Jen? Okay. And once his bone is terminal, I think that's what we're dealing with. I think that's what we're dealing with. I haven't seen her lately. I don't think she's gonna fight it. I don't think she is fighting it. Okay. All right. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Let's back up then. Let's look at this paper. Let's look at this reading a little bit differently then. Now that we have that bit of information. Oh, Jesus. Where's my jacket? I'm like right under the AC vent. Okay. This could be health tanking really fast. Now that we're talking about this Ace of Pentacles and Pentacles being a health card, this could be tanking really fast. And here's the death, right? So it's coming, but it's coming slow, not super fast, but it is moving slowly. This is an earth card. And while this is a water card. So there's two slow cards here. So even though this also counts as shady, which I told y'all before I even pull this card, I'm also feeling out of this, like, burn this shit down. It's the fire horse year, if y'all remember. And here's a fire horse. So it feels like burn this shit down because these people are eluding justice. Why? Because these assholes on the court are not doing their job. And it needs to come down. It needs to be stopped. At this point, it's so far entrenched, there's nothing she can do or he can do. And he wants it to be ended anyway. And this is interesting because I did see the Queen of Wands, and in reverse, that has been our MTG. I don't know if she talked to her. Wait, she's been out lately because we're back to the epi files. Here she is again. So we're back to the epi files. She wants all these people in trouble. That's why all these names got out here. 2 names that floated under the radar. 3, really. 4, if you want to be honest. Because most people weren't saying Blair, Woodward, Warrington, or Budowich. And Budowich is Polish. And would that be Polish J-U? Would that be a Polish J-U name? Let's see. Budowich. Name origin. Whoa. It says approximately 3 people bear this name on 4 Bears, this website. Okay. Oh, I was close. It's Yiddish. I was so close. It's Ashkenazi Yiddish. Called it. Mm-hmm. Eastern European, Slavic, and Yiddish. Etymology. Name frequently appears as an Americanized spelling of Slavic surnames such as Budowich. But the Yiddish etymology is Ashkenazi. Called it. Called it. All right. So he's a plant. Where were you born? Let me go back to him. Where were you born, Taylor? Okay, he was born in Sacramento. What about your parents? He attended American University in Cairo. So he went all the way to Egypt. Where are your parents from? He went to a Catholic school and volunteered for a Jesuit high school. Huh. He was forced to evacuate during the 2011 Egyptian revolution. Never even heard of that. All right, all right. Where are your parents from, though? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, he looks a lot like Zelensky. He really does. And Ukrainians are, close to Ushians, you know what I mean? And they tend to be mixed with Polish JUs. So, and then why would you choose to go to Egypt for, okay, hold on. So he was born in 89, and at 21 years old, he was a spokesperson for DT's 2020 campaign. And then after dude lost, I love the fact that they do say that it was a loss, he began advising political campaigns. And in 22 is the year all hell broke loose because these mother suckers all got together in 22 and did so much shit in 22. 22 was a hellacious year where they changed local legislations when the shitter account was sold to the dumb one who did not have the money for it and had to get the money from the Ushins. And the Ushins gave him the money on the condition that he use it for the person they needed him to use it for. A person who was banned from it. So much shit happened in 22 that I don't think anybody understands how much shit happened in 22, but a lot of it did. Okay. So he attended the American University in Cairo. For what, though? What did he study? And why would a pasty white boy, mind you, of Eastern European descent, why would you choose Cairo, Egypt? Okay. This is so weird. Okay. I said 21. My bad. I meant 31 years old. He was 31 when he worked for the 2020 campaign. He was born in 89. The math. But when he was 25, he was the executive director of the Tea Party movement. Bam, found you. Found you. Found you. It says here, after the 2011 Egyptian Revolution, he interned for California Representative Doris Matsui, which I suspect is a plant as well, and Sacramento Mayor Heather Fargo. Okay, that's interesting. And later joined Tea Party Express, an organization established to support the Tea Party movement. He became the organization's spokesperson by the following year. How do you move that fast? And its communication director the year after that, and its executive director in 2014. So you joined this sometime after 2011. So say 2012. So from 2012 to 2014, you become a spokesperson, the communication director, and then the executive director in 2 years. Okay, got it. Got it. He led the organization's national bus tours and organized rallies in support of amenable senators and representatives. You, my dear, are a plant. Because then you're working for Ron DeSantis, all the way from California. Okay, sir. Make this make sense. And his campaign, by the way, they planted something on the guy who was running for him, running for governor also that year, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This judgment card and this queen card, this lie card. You're not married, huh, sir? Are you another one of the queens? Oh, he might be another queen. He's 36 years old. Are you married? Not that that matters with these people. Okay. So here's an interesting thing. His dad was a washer and dryer repairman, while his mother was a bookkeeper and administrator. Meanwhile, he's attending a private school on a washer and dryer repairman salary and bookkeeper administrator salary. So maybe mom was paying for it. And he was in Taekwondo. So how do you afford all that? Hmm. I'm very, very curious. What in the heck? Okay, hold on. And then he led the organizational bus tours for Narco Rubio and Ted Cruz and Ted Yoho and Ron DeSantis. So you, Florida, Texas, which are the two states that give the most to the star country. Okay. Okay. Then he worked for Sal Russo. Russo is another JU last name. And he handled the Tea Party Express's responses to Obama's State of the Union addresses from 2012 to 2016. You, sir, are a plant. That's interesting. And how did he simultaneously serve as cabinet secretary and deputy chief of staff for communications? Because they're both simultaneously his job. Until September 30th. I was about to say, I think he couldn't do it after this man was gone. Like, essentially, not gone, but like incapacitated. I think it has more to do with that than it was being, yes, it has more to do with that. And there's Queen of Cups. I think he's a queen, honestly, y'all. I gotta see. Closet queen, though, because he's attended a lot of religion stuff. But there's definitely treason afoot. There's treason afoot. And so, as I was talking about the fact that I think he left because it was a little too hot. And I'm not just talking about a book exactly. Homeboy is very, let's just say, spiritually aware. He knows how to move at the right time at the right place. He's one of those spirits that slips in and slips out. And he knew to move. He knew to move. Yeah, girl, he got queen vibes. So that's two queens I just saw with him. Okay. Hey, beautiful. You knew I was live. Oh, yes, girl. It is coming for them. Okay. Nixon visited that school. Which school? Oh, that in Cairo? I would imagine it's a little sketchy. I mean, Egypt does tend to be a little on the sketch side on some levels. But I'm definitely getting plant energy. Matter of fact, let's see. I think we're going to go to Nyx today because it looks like we got way too much to understand. And there's a lot. But I want to see real quick before we get into this. Let's talk about, who is this? Budowich. Let's talk about Budowich. Is Budowich a plant or a spy or a devil agent? Is Budowich allegedly and for entertainment purposes only? Y'all, we're just playing with cards. Is Budowich a plant or a spy or a double agent? He's definitely hate-filled. Like, who seeks out the Tea Party? Please, let me be your yeah, he contacted Sal Russo. Please, let me be your guy. Okay. Is Budowich it's such a funny last name, man. Is Budowich a spy, an agent, or just a plant, or just a corrupt little snot? Y'all, he's a spy. Oh my God. Y'all, I got my spy cards. I got my spy cards. Looky. I got both the Empress and the High Priestess. I got both of them. And honey, it is both of them. He deals with both of them. Yo. But this is funny. Girl, he got twos all up and down this field. Why he got another two? Looking from afar. But here's what I'm going to say, though. Here's what I'm going to say. Because those twos are in reversals. Matter of fact, all three of these twos are in reversals. The High Priestess is in reverse, the Two of Swords is in reverse, and the Two of Fire is in reverse. Now, that said, homeboy Spidey's senses have been tingling. That's how he's able to survive shit. Because that's the Nine of Wands. He's intuitive. He's quite intuitive. So homeboy is able to avoid being caught in tangled webs. This is a devil card in reverse. They cross too far. They cross way too far with what happened in September. And interestingly enough, he's not going to say shit because we got more queen vibes from him, right? Negative queen vibes from him. So he's not going to say anything. However, I got two nines here. Me, September's the 9th month. There's that. He left to survive. He left to say, hey, I wasn't part of anything that took place after that. Okay, so he dipped. You can't say he knew the man was not calling orders. You can't say that all this AI stuff that came later, you can't say he had anything to do with that because he dipped. However, he ain't say shit. So that in itself can possibly be against the law because you knew something was up enough to leave. Then we have this. So he's not dumb. Considering that the spy energy was in the decks, and these are the two that hit. Well, this one hit. This says he has information. He took evidence, and he's well paid, so he is for sure an agent. But he took evidence. He has proof of what's happening, and as long as he's free and living in the life of luxury, he's good. But the minute you say something, he's going to come out swinging. The minute he starts to get caught up, some of that information is going to get out. We got messages and we have information. and it's going to hit the dark web. It's going to get to some place where somebody can pick it up and use it against y'all. That's what's going to happen. And then I think part of the information that he's going to let go is on Narco Coolio. Narco Coolio, and because that's right, he's not a Federalist. He didn't go to law school. So he's not tied up with those people. Because I'm seeing the heritage, the other people here. So he has information on both of these people, both of these sets of people, Narco Coolio, and it feels like some of the guys running at the top. Because why? Because he too is a J-man. Well, not even J-man, but a star spy. Okay? So he has that information and he will let that shit out and burn people up, and he will do it from afar as long as he's killing your career. What? Oh, that's right. He's a Scorpio. Duh. Oh, and it's a Scorpio card. Yeah. He will sting the crap out of you. Yeah, he's somebody they probably should not have let in their midst because he will get you. He will definitely get you. Especially because he has support and backing from two of our allies. Ooh, and he has too much information. I'm just seeing, oh, that's right, because he did the tour and the rally for Narco Coolio. Duh. Wow, y'all. This man, oh my God. If he gets crossed, he's coming out swinging. And his name was put in here. That's right. Budowich, your name got out there. Oh my God, I think your partners are upset. Oh, they definitely are. The partners for that American, what's that shit called? American, What do I write it down? Fair markets. Uh-huh. They don't like the fact that your name got dragged out because he's quite a survivor. He knows how to survive, but listen, he is holding on. Look, pentacles. This man is holding on to money. He's being well paid. He's a mercenary. Yeah, he gets information on people and waits to use it if he has to blackmail you. Child, listen, this man got so many pentacles. This is funny. However, I don't see him getting away with it because right behind all of that is the law. I don't think we're the only ones noting his name at all because I'm seeing a new journey and I'm seeing financial insecurity and I'm seeing manipulation and I'm seeing a nightmare. I see a nightmare and I see somebody getting thrown under the bus. And I see someone finding themselves facing a problem, a big problem, bars, stripes, problems. And that your world, oh my God, girl, his cards are no good. He's done. It's done him well. If he was smart, he'd leave the country. If he was smart, he'd leave the country. This boy got a world card in reverse and the tower card and the death card earlier. Come on. If he was smart, he would leave the country. Now he gonna be victorious and throwing people's name under the pocket and the thing. But what I do see is that some of the names he's gonna be throwing are some of the old hats, the money guys. But there's something. See, there's the AI. There's something here about this betrayal here. Oh, that's just his revenge. That's his revenge on that betrayal. Because he's going to share all this information. Because here he comes again with the Queen of Cups. In reverse. He's a queen. He's sure. But he's going to be isolated. However, he's going to make that information rain. 10 to a 5. Cut in half, bro. Yeah, he think he riding high, but it's going to catch him. He's going to be part of the trap. The fact that his name got out, he's part of the trap now. He's very, very much part of the trap. Where's your parents from, though? Where is Kirk from? And Janine, Budowich, where are they from? Who's Oh, I can see your net worth. What's your net worth, honey? Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Oh, shucks. Whoa. That can't. Oh, that has to be like exaggerated lie. They say he's about 7 million to 35 million. That's a lot for a chief of staff. That's a lot of money. Meanwhile, some other website is saying 700,000. No, sweetheart, that's definitely not how much he has. Because last year, NY Times said he was paid 1.7 million by a consulting firm. Why? Filings show staff profited from being. Oh, what are y'all saying? Where's his name? Budowich. Before New York Times says I can't look at it. I'm not creating an account. Okay. Trump's. Oops. Oh, I said his bad name. You crashing out, girl. We can't be crashing out. Oh, oh, you mean crashing? Like, okay. Hold on. Isn't Jenna Mark? No. Let me see. You know we lost Suze. We lost Suze about 40 minutes ago, I think. Why are there two different moderators? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. You know how it goes. I was trying to get here a little earlier. Yeah, he got it all and he's ready to use it. Okay, so there's a thing called Issue 1, which looks at corruption chronicles. So they have said, wow, that's a lot of money. Number of Teslas parked at. Okay, y'all go to Issue 1. They got some interesting stuff there. Issue1.org. All right. Oh, yeah, post office. Post office. I don't know if we'll get to the post office today, but we'll definitely do it later. Okay. All right, where were we? So Budowich is an interesting character. I think they're gonna regret letting his name get out in this article. It just seems very interesting. Ooh. We have a Tale of Two Kings. We have a King of Cups energy here, and we have a King of Swords energy here. Tale of Two Kings. We saw both of these kings. This is the information he has on one set of group, and this is the law coming after all of them. Tale of Two Kings. Interestingly, behind the King of Cups is a broken relationship and is one of his benefactors, the Empress, and making it rain with information and having leaks go out on the dark web. That is the Page of Swords in reverse. Tale of Two Kings. That's interesting. Meanwhile, this king over here, yeah, I made her a mod. This king over here is, I think, our international, look at those goosies, partnering up to say enough is enough. But also we have our other king. Oh, girl, we got 3 kings up in here. Y'all know who this king is. This king is about to drop a motherload of information via the news. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's interesting. That's interesting. And by the way, so Barry, the girl with the name, she quit the NY Times just recently. Who asked her to quit the NY Times? But she's not quitting CBS. So isn't that interesting that Barry quits the NY Times? When did I post about Barry quitting the NY Times? Okay, so yeah, I posted on the 9th about Barry quitting the NY Times. I think she quit either the 9th or the 8th. She might have quit the 8th. I'm not sure. So I put about her quitting the NY Times on the 9th. This news hit the fan on the 10th. Interesting. So it sounds like she couldn't have stopped it. And somebody gave her a heads up. I don't know. So that's in my post section. You can read her little letter that she got on her high horse talking about I need freedom of speech as she slams freedom of speech. Okay. I think when somebody says something bad, you just hold it and then bounce them. All right. But here's what's interesting. Given the fact that we have these 2 kings, 2 opposing kings, we have a new journey here. I don't know where we're going with it. I don't know where this journey is going to take us, but it says new beginnings. So, under the King of Wands, we also have the Knight of Swords. So this information is going to be damning. When I say damning, damning, because look, this Knight of Swords is usually our military card. It could be, but guess what? Here comes our real one. The 7 of Chariot card. I got a feeling we're about to find some information out about these people. Wait, hold on. Because here's a new thing happening. They've swallowed 1, 2, 3 different lies. They're not taking a 4th one. This is interesting because it's followed by Keg's breath. Bruh, I can't make this up. Oh, the chills, the chills. It's followed by Keg's breath and a re-examination of some information that's been long coming. So this new journey is very, very interesting. So we got our Scorpion on the left, who is feeling threatened. And then we have the reason why he's feeling threatened on the right. The international community has had enough. And here's what I'm getting. Because I just heard it. I'm like, but they're not going to forsake you. Meaning they're not going to forsake the country. So it's not like, running away from the Americans, whatever, just leave them to do their thing. They're not doing that because they've now learned their lesson that we're all intertwined somehow. Yes, they can get on without us, but our stupidity is still one of those things. Our manipulation is still one of those things. Our satellites, our boom, boom, booms are still one of those things that they can't get away from yet, right? So there's a new journey here, and I want to see what this new journey is really about. Show me this new journey, please. Whoa. Whoa. Boom. So, since we're caught between 2 kings, they have a choice. And I think, if y'all remember, I said after the birthday, or on it, we're going to find a health problem, possibly, as one of their pathways of dealing with this. Why do I say this? Because you see this? Now, mind you, this is our treason card, but this could also be a heart event, and somebody's kind of unhealthy right now, right? The Three of Swords. Because it's followed by this. The Death card. I think we could be talking literal here. I think we can be talking about finally. But the problem is, most people don't understand. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. This has already happened 6 months ago. So the only person you'll be seeing bite the dust is something that's fabricated. Because it's not a true revelation. It's just what you get to see finally. So, and who's behind it? He is, of course, Narco Coolio, who is saying, we have to do it now. They've put it off long enough. They have to do it. Secession plan. And the secession plan has been the sticky point this whole time because he's been working to get somebody out of the way. But because people are sniffing in, and here's what's funny. Look who's right behind him. Both cards that we have used before for Shady Pants. Both cards we've used for Shady Pants. So this has literally been the thing. What's the choice? They haven't made one. The Two of Wands is in reverse. They haven't yet made a plan. They don't know the secession or how to make the secession happen that he wants, Mr. Blue Guy. And if you notice, they are opposing elements, fire and water. Narco Coolio has been slow growing. And honestly, that's one of the things he hates about this guy. How did this guy go from one little term as a senator to being number 2 in the state, in the country, to now about to be number 1 when he's put in all this time, 20 whole years of a career trying to become number 1, and you get to be there in one term? Damn, the hate is real. Whoa, the hate is real. Whoa. I felt that. Like, there's so much jealousy there that it is, wow. Okay. So that explains a lot of where the heat is coming from Narco to Shady. He hates the fact that, okay, that this bumbling idiot out of the mountains stumbles down with $1 billion benefactor, and he's had to work hard his entire life trying to get to where this man got because he was white. Bruh, that's interesting. The hate is real right here. The hate is real. That's why he sent that boy on all those bumbling mistake things such as hungry. Oh my God. I now understand the hate. Yo, that's crazy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Like, I feel it so heavy. I now understand the hate. And they're literally opposing forces. 2 pages. And they're facing each other too. How about that? Look at that. One being all hoity-toity and one like living the foolish dream of thinking he, a first generation of immigrants, can be the top dog. And you know where he gets it from? He gets that dream, that foolish dream, from the black guy who did it first, who was a child of an immigrant. So the hate is so real. And y'all, I figured out why Shady got chosen in the first place. And it's literally because of his lineage. You got to read the article I put in my post. Yeah, the last article I put in my post on the 11th talks about Shady's supposed lineage, and his lineage is tied to the people who were part of the Confederacy conspiracy to overthrow the Union after Lincoln won. They were successful with Lincoln, but they weren't successful with the rest of the secession. So they were actually trying to hit the first four, like really trying to knock out the first four. So I'm guessing the fifth one must be some sympathizer or something. But they were trying to take out the first four and let the Confederacy rise again that way. He's part of that lineage, those conspirators. Isn't that interesting? That's why Peter is his benefactor. Because if you read the article, he even brings up this suggestion that they're saying if he gets in the seat, they can use it mythologically, going, "Oh, look, the South has risen." You know what I mean? Oh my God. And it was so funny because I came to this conclusion, and then when I started reading it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. You're right." Anyway, I thought I put the right link. Okay, I did. Yeah, so y'all check that article out. It is very interesting. But it's why Homeboy was singled out, because I was still like, how did Peter find him? Because of his lineage. Who would care about lineage? Those guys. So, and it's so interesting because I was watching Libby's reading. Hi. I was watching Libby's reading, and she was using the prediction deck or the some deck, I can't remember. And so she was turning over words like grandparent and celebrity. It was like celebrity, assassination, grandparent, something. And I was like, oh, wait. I know those words. And that's when I went, let me find the thing. Because I remember somebody did a TikTok like a year ago about him being related, like his aunt or something, like Mary or whatever her name was, being one of those conspirators. And I was like, wait a second. And so I read the article, and it's all the words like Libby was turning over, like grandparent, oh my God, it was a few. Oh, fraud. When she said fraud, that's when it clicked for me. I was like, wait, Shady's over fraud. Hold on. And then I went, wait, I remember this part, and I remember this part. And I went and looked it up. So here's what I'm saying is this week coming up is interesting. We're going to see what they plan to do. Now, I don't know if you remember my dream, but I dreamt about a wand. I dreamt about when I had the dream on December 7th, when I found out he died, through my dream, because my dream was a premonition dream. It was set in a castle, a Hogwarts type of castle, and it was a wand that they were supposed to use to say, hey, he's gone. But instead of doing that, they were making things with the wand. Wands are creative energy. So they were making things with the wand instead of saying things. So what were they making? AI iterations. So now I think they're going to use the wand. I think they might use the wand. I think they're being told to use the wand. It's taken forever, but I think they're being told to use the wand. All right. So I did say this week was going to be interesting. I think we might finally get the death thing. But that said, it doesn't matter because he's already been gone. You know what I mean? It just doesn't matter. It's just that people will now know that he's gone, but the same shit will continue to happen because all this stuff was happening while he was gone, if you understand what I'm saying. The man, technically, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, my dream was December 7th. He's been there. All right. So one more thing before we get on. I want to go to Nick's in a second. Okay. I guess I can ask Susie's question with Nyx about her health. So, Russell. What about Russell? He's usually my King of Cups in reverse, but I don't even feel like these are him anymore. So what can you show me about Russell? Is he really even a factor? Okay, this is interesting. I get the Earth card. I get a big Ace of Pentacles, which is a yes, but it's in the negative. Things aren't going the way they planned. Things aren't going the way they planned. Look at the Six of Pentacles. There's definitely a cruelty here, right? Because they're not helping people, they're being cruel. But there's some distant person watching. So he's not there on his own. This is definitely, wait a second. Who is he? I know they're going to be like, this woman looks up all these people. Reporter. Okay. He is supposedly an American. Wheaton College, George Washington University. He's over management and budget. He has a wife. They divorced in 2023. Okay. Where is he from? Previously served as deputy director and acting director prior to his confirmation in OMB. Wait, so he's been there. I know Biden had to have gotten rid of him. I know he got rid of him. This man went into, oh, that's some slick shit right there. Okay. He's with Heritage. All right. So he's VP. He was VP of Heritage. So he helped pin this thing. He worked under Mike Pence at one point. Oh, great. Another plant. All right. How would you go back to work for these people if they try to go after your boss? That doesn't make sense. It says here, he joined the OMB, the Office of Management and Budget, when T-Rump took office. He previously served as deputy director and acting director prior to his confirmation as director in July 2020. So he was brought back. In this role, he's to oversee the implementation of the dude's policy, which we know is a heritage policy. So he's just there to make sure the project gets done. But here's the interesting thing. That project's been frozen for 6-7 months now. It hasn't been getting things done. So is that why his energy doesn't feel big to me? Because he was introduced as, oh, okay. So there's a thing on here that says this is historical material frozen in time. The website is no longer updated. So why would you not update his website? I don't know if he's still really doing stuff. Okay, he's tweeting that Pulte was a great pick. That's why Homeboy's choosing another person. Okay. He's tweeting about immigration. So he's tweeting a lot. Somebody wrote in October how VOUGHT became the shadow president. Okay. There's something foreign here. Because I got this Three of Wands again. There's something foreign that he's attached to. Oh, yeah, because Heritage is attached to Blue Star. Duh. Yeah. I type in I and the first name he's attached to is that one. Okay. So Yeah, he's a key architect of 2025, the project thing. He's proponent of this doctrine, argues that slashing foreign military financing allows the U.S. and ISRAEL to engage purely on the basis of mutual beneficial intelligence and tech sharing. So is he the one pushing? Hold on, something from 2026. Because that's what's interesting, is I don't see hardly anything written on him for 2026. So why aren't people talking about him? So it says here in April, he refused to provide financial estimates on the Iron thing. He won't provide financial estimates. Okay. What is up with this? Of course he's not, because they're now accurately calling it the U.S. Israeli war. I wonder if he's a Z word. That's the only thing I see is from April 2026 with him. Something feels weird here. Y'all tell me if it feels weird for you, but something feels really weird here with him, because I'm actually not feeling any power with him, which is weird because he's in the powerful position. I'm not feeling any power from him. He doesn't feel plugged in. Okay, let me back this up because something here is weird. Because, okay, there we go again with the ethics committee. There we go again being creative. You know, I gotta shuffle this again. I want to shuffle this again because he's got pentacles. They're in reverse. Every pentacle's in reverse except for this three of pentacles. What are you saying? There's a chariot. There's a judgment. There's temperance. Something feels weird as hell about him. Like, I've had him to read on for about 3 months. Right? He feels far away. Okay, please talk to me about Russ. What's going on with Russ? Something feels weird. Okay. Oh, he lost his plug. He lost his plug. We got the lovers in reverse, right? Hold on, let me see. How much of project has been implemented? If it's still in the 50s, then he's been stuck forever. It's still in the 50s. As of January, it still said 51%. It said 51%. Guess what? It said 51% like in August. It's stuck. He feels so diminished. Yeah, something's really off, and I don't know. Like, I'm trying to feel, but something's weirdly off with him. Like, there's an emptiness here that isn't. Okay, so what I'm saying is, we got the King of Swords in reverse. Now, one of the ways that we used to read this with my other deck that I'm still waiting on the other thing coming is the Prince, the Butcher Prince, right? The one in the SA area, not South Africa, the other one. That's usually it. is what we're reading, and that would be the benefactor. But another person who this used to be is the Yahoo. Well, no, the Yahoo used to be our King of Wands. So this, I think this is that other Ben, like the new Ben, but they're not seeing eye to eye. The new Ben doesn't feel like he needs him. I'm feeling him cut off. Because the lover card, that's major. That's no relationship whatsoever. Disharmony, being out of balance, there's temptation here, but I don't get that. I'm getting that his power supply is cut off. I'm just getting his power supply feels cut off. Okay, there's the King of Wands, but it's in the upright. So King of Wands in the upright. I think this was Congress or the international leaders. I think this is Congress. No. Yeah, right? Something's off. Okay, because I think it's the global thing, because this is my bombs over Baghdad card. So I think this is the problem. It feels very much so that leadership, this is causing conflict. So this is giving people a spine to stand up. This feels like certain leaders. Oh, these are the red boys that are saying no. We have red boys saying no. Red boys not being convinced. Hold on. That's the Senate. Duh. Okay. I forgot. King of Wands. I'd use as a Senate. And this is the Ollies. But here's disappointment. Disappointment. And I'm getting the 9 of Swords immediately with the King of Cups. He doesn't have power. He doesn't have the power he thinks he has. He doesn't have power. Not until somebody else gets confirmed. Who are you waiting to get confirmed? Because he doesn't have power. Like, there's a hermit here waiting, looking, searching for something to happen. But I get the Queen, and then I get the manipulation, and then I get the no victory, and people refusing and walking away, and these people being exposed, and the lies that were told to get this thing going. And I'm seeing the uniforms working against them. And then we have a Judgment in reverse card. So, is he wondering if he should run? Because there's a block. I'm feeling a block. When did he take the seat? Hold on. Because I remember there being a tweet, or whatever the thing is called. As confirmed. Okay, so he was confirmed February 26th. February. He was confirmed 43 to 47, so down party lines. And then I remember a tweet about him being, what do you call it? Grim Reaper. Yeah, Grim Reaper. And that tweet came out October 2025. Wait, no. When did that tweet come out? BBC. Yeah, 2025. That was, what happened around that time? Wait, what does the tweet say? Because October, Homeboy was still out. He was not capacitated. He was incapacitated. All right. So this says the post was, hold on, let me see. All right. What are they quoting though? It says, ladies and gentlemen, every authoritarian leader has had his Grim Reaper. Russell Vogt is DT's Grim Reaper. T-Rump even posted a bizarre video describing him in those terms. That's who he wanted, a Grim Reaper. I don't see a death card. I don't think he's a Grim Reaper. I think he's a powerless little tool. He's lost his power supply. He didn't get the death card. That would have made sense. He didn't even get the Five of Cups, I don't think. No. He didn't even get the Five of Cups. And we didn't have that out like 2-3 times. I don't know when the tweet was about Grim Reaper. Let me see. But yeah, I think he is, Jen. I really do feel like he might be debating on running. Okay, this was posted on October. Yeah. So the man was incapacitated. He wasn't even part of this. So who tweeted that shit? Like, seriously, let me show you. Oh, gosh. This man has no power whatsoever. Look at this. The Grim Reaper. Child. But that's when Homeboy was incapacitated. It's a video. I don't know what the video has and everything, but I don't remember. But it's interesting. Okay. I don't see any Grim Reaper cards. But I do see, I think, because this just came to me, I was like, why am I seeing this card? The celebration card. This is my pedal card, though. This is my pedal boys card. This is the girls celebrating. And this is why I was saying, pausing, that I think the block is this Epps stuff. I don't know if he's in it. I think it's very likely he is. I think it's extremely likely he is in the files. I think he's in the files. I think he's a name. Yes, girl. I think it's a name. Look, because Temperance is here in reverse, evidence being offered up, and then people coming after him, and then Queen of Sword. I feel like somebody might mention him soon. And then having to carry all the work and kind of try to hide the files. And the country that he's been trying to get in touch with doesn't want to deal with him. In fact, they might try to get rid of him. There's no information on the internet about him in like months. He's somebody we should see in the news. But we only see his confirmation hearing in April, hardly anything else before October. I mean, after, between October and April. That's suspect, So for some reason, the news is being extremely quiet with him. Yes. So, all right. I'm going to ask Nyx in a second because I think this man has no power. I don't think he has power. It feels like the legals are coming after him and people are about to turn on his ass. Will Steven turn on him? Because he's over Steven. I think he's a loose. Oh my God, I think he's a loose guy. Like a loose thread. Wait. I think he's a loose thread. Oh, yes. First of all, it's a yes card. I think he's a loose thread. Because what's really interesting is I'm seeing two cards trying to juggle stuff. This one's trying to pour from one cup into the other one. This one's trying to figure out priorities. Let me see if Narco shows up, because I do feel there's a problem there. First of all, remember, we got the Eight of Wands, the BOMBs. That's a problem. But the other thing is, as a heritage person, he is tied to Israel, because they're in partnership, 50-50 partnership, or at least they're trying to be in 50-50, but the I is over. So that's really interesting that on both energies, I'm getting trying to balance things out, trying to restore things. I don't think that's happening, because I'm getting isolation, one, and I'm getting no celebration. I'm getting disconnect. So it doesn't feel like he has any support whatsoever anymore. In fact, here comes Russia, and here comes, baby, you are stuck. I think he's trapped by files. This is what hit the table. Tons and tons and tons of files of evidence. Because I'm seeing new opportunities and I'm seeing partnerships broken. I'm seeing that evidence that he's been trying to hide, but about to get humbled. And then I'm seeing not able to do anything new and being clogged, because here comes the legal. And who might throw you under the bus? Somebody's manipulating this, and somebody's not going to hold on to the information anymore. But here's what's interesting. Why do we have the Page of Wands before we even saw a Page of Cups? I think he's been leaked on. What did you hear? Girl, okay. I think he's been leaked on. I don't have a Page of Cups anywhere. Oh, Jesus. Nope, no Page of Cups. Girl, no. I think, but listen. Let me show you what I do have, honey. Let me show you what I do have. I think I have Congress coming after his behind with the evidence that is aplenty. Because there's the death card. I thought he was a Grim Reaper, but it looks like he's about to meet Karma instead, because here comes Karma. Girl, boom, he's tied. He's tied. Oh, man. I don't like justice in reverse. But I do feel like somebody might take care of him, because he's a loose end. And they need to put an end to it. I'm confused here. I think so. Let's pause. Let's go to Nyx. He's powerless. I'm not feeling his power. I'm not. And I don't think he feels like he has any. Because he's not plugged into eyes, you know what I mean. Does it? Okay. What about like the detention stuff and the deporting stuff? Is that anything with him? He's not even tweeting. That's not even him tweeting. No. I'm just getting these money people pressuring him. Hold on. No. Knight of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Pentacles. Somebody's sharing information about him. Now, this could have been my ICE card, but again, I'm seeing Page of Pentacles. I'm thinking information is getting out about him, and I think he's scared. Because there's the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, so who he's tied to, because it's King of Pentacles, then the Lovers, then the Seven of Pentacles. There's somebody he's tied to here. Because then we have the Knight of Pentacles, that he was just a mercenary. The Temperance trying to rebalance itself, but homeboy is blocked. If he's a spiritual person, I don't even think he's getting spirituality stuff. Because he's not going to survive this. This is Nine of Wands in reverse. And Queen of Wands here. Somebody sharing information. I got Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. And that Ace of Pentacles again. And again, not in partnership. He's by himself. They're going to throw him under the bus. Okay. I'm going to just say this. I don't wish it on anybody. Not really. I'll put it that way. I'm just going to put not really. I don't really wish it on anybody. I mean, but if it happens, it's going to happen to a nicer person, right? But I kind of feel success at tying up the loose end, if you know what I mean. I feel success. I feel an end, and we'll just say that, a rope cut, you know, like a life rope cut. A thread, no longer threaded type of thing. I don't feel self. I don't feel self at all. I feel somebody came after you behind, like street justice. I feel like he's a loose end. He's a loose end. He knows a little too much. Is that what you're telling me? Let's get to next. Is that what you're telling me? I'm just curious. I want to see what a card comes out. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, you feeling it too? Okay, girl. Okay, girls. Yes, ladies. Oh my gosh. Like the chills on my... Because, and it's funny, because I it's weird. Nobody has exited yet. And I have been feeling like somebody will be exited. And in this case, it's not a self-checkout. Girl, that you right. Okay, hold on. You said go to Nyx already. All right, got you, babes. Got you. All right, we're going to nix this one and see what happens. Now, if Nyx says no, hey, we're going to go with whatever Nyx said, right? Wait, where is Nyx? What am I getting out of here? Nothing. I forgot I used to put Nyx in here. Oh, this is my elbow guy. Okay. I was like, why did I get it? All right, Nyx. Ooh, child. We're about to go dark. Oh, I miss you guys. Don't worry. We'll play again. And we will play again. Don't worry. Whew. Oh, dear. Yeah. I thought we lost it, too. I'm glad to know she's here. Maybe you caught a quick nap. All right. Okay, y'all. Hold on. Let's do a sound bath real quick. Even though I think you did a moon bath. Did you do a moon bath? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't like left-handing either. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's just such a great sound. I can't do 3 because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Put my sage back in. Okay, you did 3 for me. Thank you. Anyway, okay. Okay, tra la la la. All right, let's see where we're going with this. Okay. Hello, Nyx. May we have politics with Nyx section? Okay, hold on. That looks like a yes, but wait a second. I'm just slightly uncomfortable. All right. May we have politics with Nyx? Ladybug. Are you ready for Politics with Nix? Hold on. This is weird. There we go. That feels better, but I gotta make sure that I'm on camera with you guys. All right. Are we? Okay. There we go. Thank you for waiting. May we have Politics with Nix? May we chop now? Are you ready? Okay, there we go. That's a yes. Let's see if we can get a no out of you. Am I currently wearing a ball gown in this lifetime? Am I currently wearing a ball gown in this lifetime? All right, so that's left, right. Make it bigger, please. Okay. So left, right is no. Hold on, I feel me slipping. Oh, when I get my desk, it will be better. We're gonna wait till we move. All right, hook my foot around the table. Okay. All right. So we have learned a lot tonight. Let's start out with, is there a leaker in the House of White? Is there a leaker in the House of White? I figured that'll be an easy question. So that's a yes, y'all, going back and forth. Okay. Is the leaker Shady Pants? And y'all see it picked up. Okay. Is Susie on Team Shady? Okay, we did not change direction. So that is still a yes, y'all. All right. Well, let's do this. Just to make sure we are clear, is Narco Coolio on Team Shady? Okay, as you guys see, the answer changed. Narco Coolio is definitely not on Team Shady. Okay. Does Narco Coolio, is Narco Coolio intensely jealous of Shady? Is Narco Coolio intensely jealous of Shady's trajectory? Political trajectory. Okay, that's a yes. Was Shady chosen for his direct lineage to that Confederacy uprising? Sorry. Is Shady directly tied? Was Shady chosen for his lineage to the Confederate uprising? Was he chosen by Peter for his lineage to the Confederacy uprising? Mary and whatever her husband name was. Okay. It's like, which one? It's definitely that one. So yes, he was chosen, literally the chosen one for that. But chosen one by them, not chosen one by God. Okay. But they would want to then change the messaging to chosen by God. All right. So this latest information to hit the New York Times, was that leaked by Team Susie and Shady? Was the information that hit the Times by Team Susie and Shady? Okay, that is a yes. Now, all those people listed as being in the room where it happens, are those on our target list? Is that on a Susie Shady target list? Oh, look how much bigger that yes got. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay. Now, let's talk about Susie real quick. Is she doing this because of her illness? Is she doing this now because of her illness? That's a yes. Does she really have cancer? Does she really have a form of cancer? Okay, that's a yes. I don't think this is all that's wrong with her, guys. Is that what we're getting? Is there more wrong than we know? Yeah, look how big that swing got. There's something else going on. Is it terminal? Whatever is wrong with her, is it terminal? That's a yes. Is it more than cancer? And the yes just got bigger. I don't know what that means. Is it more than one cancer? Does she have more than one cancer? Okay, that's what it is. It's more than one. Does that mean also failure of organs? Is there like a failure of organ? Oh, yes, 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 yes. I wonder if she has a pump or something like on her stomach feeding her. Does she have something like that? Like some kind of medical device that is mechanical and under her clothes? Okay, no. Okay, no. So is she like drinking her lunch or something? Like medicines and stuff? That's a yes. Okay, we changed direction. That became a yes. All right. So, okay. Is Taylor Budaboo, is he a plant or an agent or something just as dangerous? That's a yes. Is he spiritually gifted? Also a yes. Did he leave after that September because he knew what they were doing would get him in bigger trouble? And a big yes. Okay. Yeah, there's something else there for sure. Definitely guilt. Yeah. Well, let's ask. Is she ready? Is Susie ready to burn? Listen, I ain't even got to get far with the question. Is Susie ready to burn it down? Yeah, she is. Remember, she had the burn it down cards. Okay. Um, we didn't get to the Steven guy, but I got a feeling we're gonna have to read on all these people in this room. um, that's interesting. So, are all the people listed extremely concerning to this country? Is all the people listed in the room where it happened extremely concerning? That's a yes. Who are they going to sacrifice? I wonder if it's going to be Cash. I don't know why it doesn't feel like Cash. I gotta read on him later. Okay. I don't know. It kind of doesn't feel like him. You would think he's next because he's the only brown one. And they don't have any more females other than Susie. Oh, they do got Brookie. All right, so let's talk about Russell real quick. Did Russell lose his power source the first or second week of March? That's a yes. And you know who the power source would be? That's the Yahoo. Um, So just to be clear, is the Yoo-hoo gone? The Yoo-hoo Captain Ahab himself with Moby Dick? 40 years he waited for that white whale, and it took him under the ocean. All right, cool. Thank you. You can answer or not if you'd like to. But Vought, is he going to be permanently exited as a loose string? According to the energy today, that's a yes. I think the man feels it, to be honest. Cash, they already got everything they need. Major stuff is dropping. Something major is coming. And I do think it has to do with what can clear out the room. Okay. And you know what could drop bigger than that? And that's the fact that they all know. Not just know about what's happening with a file, but that they know about who's not calling shots. Well, how about that? Is the next big drop going to be some definitive, clear messaging from the files on more than just SA misconduct? Is it going to reveal partnerships or collusions? You know why I'm saying this, actually? Now that I think about it, you know why? Because everybody's calling it Watergate. People are using the same words. Oh, perfect. People are using the same wording, same terminology. Let me see. Is Murdoch done with them yet? Child, look at that no. And I'm getting chills up the wazoo. Murdoch is not finished. Man's trying to clear his karma. Okay, so Vought. Is he pretty much a loose end and ineffective? Sorry, that's a yes, by the way. Okay. Yeah, definitely playing with them. So here's a question before we... Do y'all have a question real quick before we go? Y'all can ask your question along those lines, any of these lines. But the American thing, fair market thing, is that going to be disbanded? Is that going to come under extreme legal fire? Will those digital online markets face illegality claims? That's a yes. So will they be shut down? Like Kashi and... Okay, that's a yes. Those are big yeses. So it's like, even though these people think they have a win right now, yeah, no. Okay, that's a good question. I keep forgetting about Condi. Speaking of Susie, we had a visit from Condi sometime earlier this year. Is she helping Susie? Is Condi advising, helping, etc. Susie? Okay, wait, that's a no. So what's the question? Okay. I think Susie's going rogue. Hold on. When did Condi come? I think Susie's going rogue. I think they tried that already. I know it was after the thing got started. I think end of March, right? I think that was end of March. Okay, I gotta type in the words of the house. Okay. That was, yes, March 6th. So it was like immediately after it happened. Oh, I thought it was like later. Okay. And that's funny. I typed that in, and there's literally only one article about her being there. Excuse me. There's literally only one article on the front page about her being there. And you type 2026. But it was March 6th. So that was even before the Yoo-hoo ran out. Okay. It's not until deep down that they even start to mention her, and only 2 people did. Whoa, okay. Hold on. Guess what? She was just there yesterday. She was just there yesterday. Bruh, she was just there Friday. Yesterday. Look at you, Jen. You called it, girl. Now, this is the old one, isn't this? This is the old video. Yeah, this is 14 weeks ago. Hold on. What was posted about her yesterday? Hold on. Let me pause. Let me pause on that. Hold on. Do. It said that. Hold on. I gotta see. Washingtonian problems. That's March. Who photographed her on? Hold on. I don't see Washingtonian problems. Bro, they are not letting this information out. I'm not finding it. Okay. Let me type in June. Okay. Okay. I don't know what this is talking about because it says it was photographed June 12th. But there was the other things from March 6th. Is nobody else? What does this mean? Because literally it's written out. Okay, now it's saying 3 months ago. So is it that somebody just commented? Because there's a video of her from March. And I know it's March because it's a bunch of weeks ago, like 14 weeks ago. And then let's see if they got anything new. Spotted at the Kennedy Center. The removing of the name. Okay. No, I guess it was just, I don't know. I can't find it. Because it's interesting. The thing literally says, okay, it says it exactly like this. It says, Condoleezza Rice and Susie Wiles shake hands and walk off together after White House event. Photo by Washingtonian Problems on June 12th, 2026. But then when you click on it, it is just the video from 3 months ago. Okay, so I don't know. Well, let's see what she posted something over the last 2 days, like tweets and stuff. I love how they put X stuff now at the top of Google stuff. Like, they're all wrapped up together. It says here she's talking about the 250th. This is a new date in the Middle East. Strategic patience is hard. It's not always satisfying. I don't know. All right. So for some reason, it's like, other than her tweets, she's largely suspect, like gone. And she's lying. It says here, the conflict in Iran has left behind a weaker, more confused regime. And what I, like I said, what I love is that people are now saying the U.S. dash Israeli. They're not anymore just saying the U.S. thing. Did you find anything new? Yeah, this is interesting. It's definitely March that she did that. But in June, she's talking about we left them degraded, which is so stupid because there's nothing degraded about them. Oh, somebody's asking for her to be D&I. What? Washington Street Journal. Never mind. Wall Street Journal. Okay. Something feels funny there. Yeah, the Wall Street Journal has an opinion of she needs to be D&I. That's us. Because I'm like, why would she say these people are... Oh, gosh. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Let me see Condi. These? No. Where the other ones go? These? Still? Yes. Okay. Let me see Condi really quickly. Condi. Yep. It is. Wait, Wall Street? Yes. Because, no. Yes. Because Post is Bezos. Okay. This girl's funny. These are the same cards. That's weird. Same cards. All of them just came out by them together. She's lying. Okay. It's a fool's journey, and it's stubbornness, delay, resistance to change. But it's a queen of energy, a queen of pentacles. But it's the eight of pentacles. There's lying here. She's nurturing the lies. She's trying, like, she's trying to call something more than it actually is. So this isn't working because right here is Heg's breath, right? And the Justice card in reverse. So she's lying. And there's a 10 of Swords in reverse. Something's not right here. Again, Hangman energy, but stubborn, resistant. And then this new fool. Are they gonna... they put somebody else's name up for DNI. I don't think they're going to hire her for DNI. I don't know if she wants it. She's definitely not who we think she is. There's something just ill. It's weird. It's ill. What is this? Okay. There's a hermit card here. She's looking for something. This journey is looking for something. She's old and should be pretty taken care of as far as like money. I don't know. Maybe she is trying to get into. Okay. Here's what's it. Okay. So between the hermit and here, we have the fool. We have this four of swords. So is she bored in retirement or something? But there's a partnership here, y'all. She is lending. Is she taking money? She might be taking money. That could explain this too. These two. I think she could be getting paid, taking money. Tied to the butcher. Let me look that up. Because she's for this WAR. She's for it. She's not trying to stop it. So, goosies. She's not trying to stop it. There's a misleading going on here. Wow, lady. I mean, if you fell in love with George Bush, right in front of his wife's face. It's better this way. It just makes me think of that video that somebody put together with all the clips of them to the George Michael's thing. Let's see. Is she tied to the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker? Is she tied to the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker? What is it? Oh, I feel exposure. Hold on. I feel exposure. Yep. I was just saying that. I feel exposure. Look at this. We have the sun in reverse. She's trying to prevent exposure. There's something on the horizon. So, yes, there's the pentacle. Oh my God. And then y'all saw how I shuffled. So now I'm getting it in reverse. This looks like there's exposure coming of her part in it and the stealing lies and strategy of getting us into this Iraqi situation and the partnership she had. Yo. And the prostitution she did as that queen. Is George a Scorpio? Because I got the King of Cups right after her. George W. No, he's July 6th, so he's a Cancer. Yep, that's King of Cups. Is this their affair coming out, y'all? Is this their affair coming out? Because I got a nightmare. And I got that justice in reverse, and I got the manipulation. And I got the law breathing down the neck. Is this evidence? Oh, Jesus. And the thing she did for him, because this is out of the cold. 5 of Pentacles, being out in the cold. 6 of Pentacles, feeling like a reversal of things. The White House down. Oh my God, look at all these pentacles. There's evidence and money everywhere. This chick was for sale. I think she failed our soldiers. I think she failed our soldiers. They had to carry the message, pretend, and it was hard to carry, act like they were doing things in just and legal ways. But this fight was not that. Because what hit the table, y'all, is overwhelm and trying to avoid a confrontation. She hadn't been back in that White House since when? I think she's blackmailed, yes. I don't know who by. I didn't see the I got the King of Swords, but he's in the upright. Usually I get him in the reverse. But somebody's manipulating this. Yo. Okay. She's being blackmailed. Like, why would you care? You're 71 years old. That was 20 years ago. Yeah, she's not good people. Oh, something's about to come to an end and be revealed, honey. You thought nobody had evidence. But the old money kept evidence. I feel like they're the ones threatening because they would have known, especially, and there he is. There is the Butcher Prince and the Ollies. Actually, these aren't the Ollies. These are Middle Eastern Ollies. Interesting. Okay, let me ask Nyx because I don't think she's on the ups and ups. And yes, I put plurals on there because I think girl fell down a couple ways. Hold on. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but this White House card keeps throwing itself out. It is throwing itself out. And the burden that they carry trying to hide this message and keep people from finding it. Oh my God. The death card. And again, the hermit right back out, but somebody's finna blab. Oh yeah. There's page of wands. That's a, a, a telling messenger if there ever is one. Then you have this, oh my God, freaking out card, the Two of Swords. What do I do? Do I do what they want me to do? Or do I do what I want to do, which is like nothing here? But we have that Five of Wands. So she's having to enter the fray to keep the money from changing hands and being exposed for who she is or what she's done. Because she's not supposed to be in a queen role to begin with. Could it be in the Epi Files? I'm pretty sure. Because he didn't leave until 2008. And Epps was already Epps. And there's an Ace of Cups here. And you know, my other card, that's like smooth sailing in a balloon. But it's in the reverse. Okay, honey child. Condi. Oh, God, I'm disgusted. Hold on. I am so disgusted. I'm so disgusted. I feel like she sold our people out, bro. Let me see. Let me see. I could be wrong. Let me see what Nyx said. Nyx, oh baby. I really feel it. 1, 2, 3. I really feel it. But let's see. Nyx, baby. Can we talk about Condi, please? You know who we talking about. Can we talk about Ms. Rice? Okay, there's our yes for talking about it. Did she sell out our troops? Did she sell out the troops? Holy fucking holy. Wow. Is there evidence of that? Oh my goodness. Yes, there is. Hold the freaking phone. What? Okay, let's see where she sold them to. Did she sell them out to our enemies, quote unquote, like a Butcher Prince's family? You know, the guy who had Al Qaeda and ISIS? Like, did she sell us out that way? That way. Did she sell us out that way? Bruh, that is a yes. Hold on. Why am I getting something about these burn pit thingies? Did she know the burn pits were toxic and refused to remove the troops? That's a yes. Did she arm, and obviously it's not just her, but did she arm our enemies? Did she provide arms to our enemies? That's a yes. So was it a forever war for profit? That's a big yes. Holy fucking holy. And was she called to the White House to find out they have information on her? Why is that yes still there? Was she called to the White House for consultation, for her to consult them on what to do with this war? Why is that a no? Y'all see how it just changed on its own? So was she threatened when she went to the White House? Was she threatened with evidence? Was she also threatened with the reveal of her relationship? That's a yes. Holy crap, man. Does she have any regrets about it? Does she have any regrets? Yes or no? Does she not regret? Does she regret selling out the soldiers? Yes or no? Does she regret arming the Butcher Prince's people? That's a no. So is she being threatened by the current administration and their foreign allies with the information about what she did? And that's a yes, y'all. That's a big yes. Did Susie threaten her? Ooh-wee! That was a woman to woman. Wow. That is not where I thought that was going. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what to say. Wow. Oh, wow. Let me see. Will this information get out? Let me know that. Will this information get out and forever tarnish her legacy? Will this information get out and forever tarnish Ms. Rice's legacy? Will we find this information out for sure? That is a yes. And will it happen before she dies? Will we know before she dies so that she can see her punishment? That's a yes. Did she fail her life's mission with this current soul iteration? Interesting. So was this part of her soul's purpose? To be a bad guy in this lifetime? Interesting. And will she have karma for that, though? A karmic debt to pay for the souls and the people she harmed? And that's a yes, too. Okay. So she elected to be a bad guy, apparently, soul-wise, but she will pay for it still. Interesting. Oh my God. That is a bombshell. I don't think we're done hearing wild news. I think we're about to learn a lot of information. Holy crap. Everything this administration touched, like she could have, I was going to say she could have just stayed away, but I got a feeling she could not have. I think she was coerced into coming because I'm like, why would they do an NFL thingy there? I think she got coerced into coming so they could lay this information on her. Oops. Now I'm curious how much Cheney had to do with that, but I'm not going to touch that because I don't know how deep that goes. Plus, I don't need his soul knocking on my door. Y'all know how they like to show up. All right. So, is she going to go down? That's a yes, child. That's wild. Was Colin Powell as corrupt as her? Okay, that's a no. Perfect. That was a real, like, straight up no. Was her lover involved in what was happening? Yeah, that's a yes. You see that switched over real fast too. So her lover was definitely involved. Did he help her feel better about what she was doing now that she felt bad? Because if you remember, there's the haves and the have-mores. Yeah. Okay, so Colin Powell's still a decent dude. She's not. I mean, I ain't never like her anyway, to be real honest. It was so weird. Oh God, I don't know where to go with that after that. Okay. We have so much more. Thank you so much. We have so much more to talk about. So much more to talk about. I pray that she is found out very, very, very soon. I pray she's found out very soon. Very soon. Oh man. I don't know. That just feels so heavy. Yeah, it just feels absolutely heavy. Yeah. Um, oh, she speaks Russian. Girl, that makes sense. Cause didn't she get the I don't know if she got the Empress, but somebody else did. Is it in the e-files? Oh, wait. Chills. Um, Let me see. Let me ask one more time. Let me ask if it's in the files. I'm telling y'all, those files are way more than sex. I'm telling y'all, those files, it hurts my friends. How? How does it hurt your friends? It's way more than that. Way more than that. For real, child. Oh my gosh. I hope they get her. Like, seriously. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, they have so much blood on their hands. Oh my God. What was the question here? What was the question? You got me with that liquor up there. I was like, okay, is it in the files? Okay. Do those Jeffrey files have information such as the Rice information? Do they hold more secrets about partnerships and corrupt activity than what we are privy to? That's a yes. So is that what, okay. Is that what the house people are working on? Oh my God, why does the stone feel so heavy right now? But that's a yes. What they saw unredacted, right? Oh my goodness. That explains, okay. So as Secretary of State, would she have known what was going on with Jeffrey? Oh wow, that's a yes. Hold on. Let's make that clear. As Secretary of State, would she have known what was going on with Jeffrey? That's a yes. Is she mentioned anywhere in those files? That's a yes. Oh my goodness. And so was she aware of the Blue Star's influence in September 2011? Yes, she very much so was. Because nothing got past her. Did she know ahead of time? Did she know what was going to happen ahead of time? Yep. How did she get Secretary of State? That's what I want to know. See, those are the questions I ask now with this admin because, it requires a crime to be that person. I never thought to ask that with the obviously evil, whatever number he was, 43, and admin. I never thought to think about how did they get their positions. But now, like, seriously, how did a Black woman with the name Condoleezza get her position as Secretary of State? Like, Hillary got hers because she ran against him, so she was trying to be president. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you get that. But she didn't run. Narco got his partially because he also ran for prez, and on top of that, he's a brown noser. And obviously corrupt as well, because everybody has to have something that is over them. So how did she get hers? You know what I mean? So now it's like, I really have to think about this. I really do. Because wait, who is she? Where'd she come from? She must have been in the service, right? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. This is making my head hurt. It's like, wow, lady. All right. I'm gonna get off. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna catch a nap. We still got a whole lot of people here. A whole lot of people to talk about. And then some, because we just added more stuff. Was she a That's a good question. I'm not gonna go back into it right now, but that's a good question, Condi. Condi SPI. That's a good question. We got more people to talk about. I didn't get to Hassan. I didn't get to Candace. Did y'all watch the latest interview with Candace? Y'all know how I feel about Candace, but I did watch this interview with her and this chick. What's her name? Uh, Basically an arch nemesis. Are you trying to feed your dog? No, I'm not trying to feed my dog. Better been stuck between overpriced fresh food and I don't understand why they give me dog ads. I don't have one. Your ad person sucks. Okay. So anyway, history. So she did an interview with this woman by the name of Anna Kasparian, who was with the Young Turks. Ooh, honeypot. Ooh, question. Ew, honeypot? I don't know. I think they were like legit thing. Girl, good to see you too, Carly. I think they were legit thing. But because she I don't want to lie, so I'm not gonna say I don't mean no harm. So I'm not gonna lie, but I mean the lady is not attractive, right? We know that, right? We know she's like way past not attractive. Um, so no, she's definitely not a honeypot. I think that they didn't realize this man had a predilection for the brownies. You know, I think they didn't know that because they probably would have honeypotted him. You know, because then he fell in love with Michelle, like really in love with Michelle. Like, oh my God, you're sweet and smart. Girl, thank y'all, Jen, for making time for me because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going in so late. They won't be here. But this reading, I mean, they do blow my mind every time, especially when I find out they come true. Because I'm like, wow. Um, However, this reading right here, like the note we're ending on, I'm like trying to lighten it up because that's heavy. That is so heavy. Anyway, I don't even know how to title this one. All right. We're just gonna put leakers in the seed, I guess. And a spy from the past, we'll put it that way. All right. Bye y'all. Good night. I will probably see you later today. Like I said, my aim is to do the yes no questions for subscribers. The little free yes no question. Literally just a one card pull, yes no question for subscribers. But for my members, it'll be a 2 card situation question. But yeah, my mind is blown, girl. Blown. And I mean personal question, by the way. So this my aim is somewhere between 6 and 7. We'll see, because I gotta go to sleep and we'll see how that works. But anyway, good night, y'all. Love y'all as always. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the likes, the loves, the shares. And if you're not following, please go ahead and subscribe because you gotta be a subscriber in order to talk to us anyway. Might as well do it now so you don't have to wait outside the room when we talk again. Anyway, night, y'all. Bye.